How many minutes was that?
5 minutes, 45 seconds.
That could be a good video. Hey guys, my name is Andrew. I'm the day trader and founder of Bearable Traders. I've coached thousands of traders over the last 10 years. And there is a lot of people reaching out to me every single day through my email and asking me, Andrew, how can I become a day trader? What are the steps to become a day trader? A lot of my friends are coming to my office asking me, I have some money, what are the steps that I want to become a successful trader? So in this video, I want to record the 7 important steps that every single person, no matter the age, no matter the location, and no matter what they want to trade or which market they're trading, have to go through this to become a successful trader. I don't think becoming a successful trader is possible without going through these 7 steps. This is what I can think of. The number 1 is education. You have to understand how day trading works. What are the strategies? What are the basics? What are the to do and not to do? The best way of doing it, in my opinion, is reading a book. How to Day Trade for a Living is a book that I wrote, and I went through all of these pains of the beginnings step by step. You don't have to read the book if you don't want to. There's a lot of material on YouTube, a lot of education on YouTube that you can actually go through that and learn from it. The step number 2 is to watch experienced traders how to trade. Before even get into trading, you should see how experienced traders are trading live. There are a lot of channels on YouTube live that they do that. Even in our community, I go live with the screen sharing in real time. And you can just see how I do it. What's my thought process? Like the gamers, for example, they are going and watch the professional gamers live streaming so they know how they play the game. What are the strategies? What are the things that they have to be aware? So it's very, very important. Even before you start trading, you actually watch some of the experienced traders, how they're trading, what are the mistakes that they do, how do they control their emotions and the strategies that they do. Number 3 is you have to have few strategy really well documented, well planned, and well practiced in a simulator account. And this is very important. It's so easy to open an account and start trading live. You might get the beginner's luck pop up, make some money, but that won't be consistent. You eventually lose that money. It's very important that to build that strategy in a simulator, and that strategy will be called a trade book. Trade book is your handbook of trade execution. What are you looking for? What are the stocks or options or futures that you're trading? How to select them? What is the exact entry criteria? When you enter it, when is the stop loss? Where is the profit target? And how is the trade management on that? So the trade book is your handbook. Like engineers have a handbook. Flight pilots, they have handbooks. So everything is detailed in there. You don't need to read them when you're making a trade, but we're building this. You're building this muscle memory that, okay, if I want to trade opening range breakout as a day trading strategy, these are the steps. While you're in a simulator, you build it, you write it, you practice it, and then becomes a muscle memory. Like driving. When you're driving, you don't really go back into the books. You just know that because it's all muscle memory. A lot of people are asking me that these day trading strategies, where do they come from? How do they work? Why do they work? The answer to that is the majority of the day trading strategies or even swing trading strategies are coming from price action chart patterns. And these are famous chart patterns. These are some of the big chart patterns that we have. Like for example, inverse head and shoulder or head and shoulder. You have a head and 2 shoulder. And this is a pattern that they say the price is eventually coming down. These are known patterns and it goes back 150 years that traders were looking at this pattern, recognizing them and trading them. So some of them are very powerful. Some of them are really, really interesting. I personally trade them. Like for example, double bottom and double top are the ones that I personally use in day trading or community traders are trading. The key though for traders are to recognize this pattern properly, because these patterns are happening all the time. The job of a trader is to look for the stocks in play, that there are volatility and activity, recognize these patterns like a Sudoku game. So you have to recognize those letters, and then you trade them properly. Sometimes you can recognize a pattern in a price action, but you may not necessarily should take that trade because the risk to reward is not there, or the time of the day is not there, or volatility is too low that you don't want to take there. But the number one job of a trader is someone who's constantly looking at the market and to recognize these patterns to trade them. So you might ask, what about the algos and computers and AI? They're doing it. That's what all high frequency trading is. That's what all the algos that Wall Street and quants are making. They are quantifying these patterns instead of visual patterns. They make it, based on the numbers, and then they recognize them and they trade them. I've talked with a lot of quants that work in Wall Street, and we think they're that sophisticated, but they're not. They're really recognizing these patterns in different time frame and trade them. So the job of a trader is to study some of the most important ones, recognize how and where he should apply these patterns in the trade book strategy that they have, and properly trade them. And this is very important. Not always these patterns are tradable, because not always the risk to reward is in your favor. As a successful trader, I know where to take a triple top as a short and where to pass them. This is similar to poker. You know the rules of the poker, but you don't always go all in every hand. You wait, you're patient, you wait for a good position, for a good hand, and then you manage your money properly. So again, these are all known strategies. The Wall Street has been doing this for 100 years. They have been published research on all of them. Even our community have research papers on how these patterns work. For example, opening range breakout. What are the statistics? What are the results? So the idea that day trading is a mystery and it's impossible to unlock, it's not true anymore. We've had successful traders. We have research papers that support the correct execution of the trading strategy can give you a lot of profit and can generate wealth in the long term. Number 4 is the logistics of your trading. You open an account, the proper account, set up, learn about the platform, and then you send the money to your bank into account, and now you have the funding on that. That's the easy part, and a lot of people start from that. But as you see, this part actually have to be after you learn all of this stuff. For a simulator account and for learning your trading, you do not need even money. You do not need a broker account. And then you trade a small size. Trade the strategies that you practice on the step number 3 on a small size, and you analyze the consistency of your trades on a small share size in the real environment. And this is important because a lot of time it's easy to trade on a simulator, but when you actually go into the real account, the psychological element of trading really catches you. And that's why the analyzing the consistency is very important. Pilots, when they go through the simulation, they don't just right away they gave them a big plane and say go. No, they're gonna put them as a co-pilot, second pilot, and they actually be observed by an experienced pilot, and then they give them the big plane and the risk of the passengers. It's very similar. Simulator, you have to be perfect on a simulator. If you're not perfect in a simulator, there's 100% guarantee that you're not gonna make any money in real account. After you analyzing, again, constantly you analyze yourself, and then when you're reaching to the consistency, you increase your share size. When I started trading, $50 was a good day. Now my share size is much bigger, and $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a day is very achievable. And you put this one in a loop. You actually go back, a new strategy you want to practice, you go into the simulator, it's a new strategy that you learn, or it's something that works only on crypto, or something that works only on the futures. So you go into the simulator, you practice on that, and then you start again getting the proper account or broker for it. You might be the same broker that you have, trade it small, test it out, and then go back. And then constantly this loop has to be done by the traders. This is a constant work in progress. It's very similar to diet. You always watch your diet. New food, you eat it, you see how your body reacts, you feel better, you sleep good or not, and constantly you go through this feedback loop to actually become better. And this is the steps that, in my opinion, every trader must go. There might be some variation of that, but I think it's very important to go through the steps. That's the 7 steps to become a successful day trader like I am. I wish you the best.